Good morning, children. Today we will do continue chapter 6 of Civics. The topic is Prime Minister and their Council of Ministers. As we know, those political parties, they have got two-thirds majority on the floor of parliament. So their leaders, they have appointed by the president as a post of prime minister. Number one. Number two, the union or the Union Council of Ministers are categorized into three categories. Like first, cabinet ministers, number second, ministers of state, and number third, deputy ministers. It has played as a union level ministers of states. They are an independent ministers and deputy ministers. Its role is to assist the work of the ministers of state. Now next is functions of the prime minister and council of ministers. As you know, our constitution has written about the so many powers and functions of the Indian Prime Minister, because our country India is depend upon the parliamentary forms of government. But finally we can say that the post of Prime Minister is depend upon the personality of that chair. But after all, the Prime Minister is the head of the Union Council of Ministers. Sometimes he or she has played a role as a role between the President and Council of Ministers. Number one. Number two, they have to preside over the meeting of the Union Council of Ministers. And number three, we can say that on the advice of the Prime Minister, the President they can resolve or dismissal the Union Council of Ministers. In this way, there are several powers and functions of the Indian Prime Minister. And third one is permanent executive bureaucracy. As we know, in our country India, the policies and programs decided by the executive are implemented by the bureaucrats. Bureaucrats means they belongs to civil servants, and civil servants, that is the level of the union level and the state level. Union level like the IS, IPS and so many. Upon the states level there has been a state service commission. Through that they have to select it. So these civil servants are known as a permanent executive bureau. Dear students, now your homework is to do the question answers and chapters has been completed.